Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tom Cat here, and welcome back to SpinTires MudRunner, where we are going to be taking a look and doing a review of this 1979 Ford build by Frog, which is actually it's a crazy looking build. It's got a ton of custom framework underneath it. It's got custom suspension pickup points. It's got coilovers. It's got what I would only assume is something bigger than a 46-inch tire. I don't know exactly how big these are. I'm just guessing off the top of my head that they're bigger than a 46, probably a 50-something. I don't even... Well, they might just be 46s. I don't know. But let's go ahead and start it up, and then we'll see. That's loud. That's loud. It might not be loud to you guys, but it's loud. It's loud when you play the game. So I'm actually going to go ahead and back up to the fuel station and fill this thing up real quick, and then we will see what kind of upgrades this thing has available to it. So let's go ahead and fill it up. Now, I will say we probably also should have done some of the upgrades first, because some of the upgrades come with fuel capacity. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through those right now before we go out on the trails and before I show you guys what this thing features as a whole. So camper shell is basically exactly what it sounds like. It is a camper shell on the back of the bed. That may or may not be something that you will want to run depending on what you like your trucks to look like. I personally ran it without it. However, it does have 600 liters of fuel, 3,000 repair points, and 4 garage points. You can do the Nerf bars, which I don't personally dig, but again, it's a personal preference thing. Those also carry the same amount of upgraded, well, not necessarily upgradability, but carry the same amount of points for everything. And then you have a ranch hand front bumper, which some people are going to be into and some people are not. I actually kind of like it, although I have a feeling that it might hurt the approach angle of the truck if we're actually taking it off-road. You also have a roll bar, which only carries 4 garage points, as opposed to the 600 liters of fuel and the 3,000 repair points of the other add-ons. And then you have the stacks, which obviously cannot be placed in the back of the truck with the roll bar in place. But once they're there, obviously you have something to roll coal out of. And the only thing, though, the only problem with that is they don't come with really any add-ons. Now, well, I say any add-ons, any capacity. Now, you could also put the stock front bumper on the truck, which doesn't really hurt the approach angle all too much. But it's also, again, kind of one of those things where it's a toss-up on whether or not I would want to keep it. And I think what I'm going to do in order to keep some of those, carrying capacities is run the Nerf bars, because the Nerf bars, I mean, as weird as it is, you could put fuel in them. You could literally put like 600 liters of fuel in them. And while we are running with MudRunner mod and we don't have to worry about fuel, I'm going to put fuel in them anyway, so I can actually show you guys what it would be like if you were to not run MudRunner mod, because I know that there are a lot of people out there that do not run it, and there are a lot of people out there that don't like to run it. So, with that being said, setting off here in this 1979 Ford, it's actually, I'm going to put it in low 3, because it definitely likes to be kind of cruised along the trail in, you know, low 3, just kind of varying the amount of throttle you give it and not really, like, driving it crazy. I'll show you what happens if you drive it crazy. It bounces all over the place. It bounces all over the place, and things get a little bit unrealistic, and now we literally just made half the people watching the video very, very angry, because there is a community of people out there that will absolutely freak out and flip out if you drive fast in MudRunner. I'm not joking. If you're one of those people, then you understand. If you're not one of those people, then just know that they are 100% out there, and that is actually a really good example of how much this thing can flex, which is a lot. It flexes a lot more than you would think something like this might, but then again, it is on coilovers. It is a coilover rig, so it makes sense that it flexes as much as it does. But I'm still continually impressed by how much this thing actually does flex. I mean, look at that. It is just a good-looking truck, you know what I mean? It's a really good-looking truck, and it's a truck that, you know, I could see wanting to have in your garage or in your drive. Well, I say in your driveway. You probably wouldn't want it in your driveway because you probably couldn't drive, well, I say you couldn't drive it on the street. You couldn't drive it happily on the street. You couldn't drive it comfortably on the street. And I know that there's going to be some guy out there that's going to be like, oh, that's bullcrap. I have a truck that's twice as big as that, and it's registered, and I drive it to work every day. That's fine, but the majority of people would probably not be into driving that truck to work every day. Just a hunch. So, I'm going to take this thing, I think I'm going to take it left. Now, this is the Oxford County Trails rebuild, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just kind of barrel through the parts that don't have any obstacles, don't have any rocks, because, I mean, really, these sections are just cruising sections. I mean, they're not anything crazy, they're not anything to write home about. Once you start getting into some stuff that actually requires some crawling and requires some thinking and requires some traction, that's when, ooh, what's out there next to the lake? Although, well, it does kind of look a little bit average. Kind of looks a little bit average. I don't know if there's anything crazy out here. I mean, other than a really cool view. Let's see. Oxford County Trails. Not really anything too insane out here, to be brutally honest. I mean, it's just like, I saw something on the map, and I was like, is that like a big rock or something? No, it's just a mound of dirt. Yeah, and that's not even its final gear. I wonder if I can just, like, barrel it straight up a hill. Yeah, it lets me do it. No question in my mind. Low 3. Better off there. Oh, there's the outhouse. So just in case you need to go when you're on the trail, there's your outhouse for you. But trying to find some rocks, man. I probably should have just gone the normal. Oh, here we go. It's not even that many rocks, which is kind of the sad part. I'll tell you what, we'll head down this way, and there should be a turnoff right down the road that has some rocks that we can use to crawl around on. Somebody's ended up drying their clothes out there. Oh, there we go. Yep. Have to get that shot. Flexing on top of a broken car. What is that? Like a Roadrunner? Maybe not. Maybe not a Roadrunner, but like something along those lines. Bruh, come on. Easy. There we go. There should be rocks down here. I'm going to be really disappointed if we run into a section without rocks. But, alright, so we have some rocks. So I'm going to put it back into low 3, and I'm going to start driving it like a civilized human being again. Or, well, maybe sort of kind of a civilized human being. It's got a lot of grip. It's got a lot of traction. Like, it can just, yeah, it could go up whatever you want to point it at without much complaining. I mean, it really doesn't even have much in the way of wheel spin. There is a section out here that I know that we can take it to where we can actually properly test it. Let's see if we can climb this in high. Oh, wow, yeah, it doesn't even complain. You climb it straight up and high, and it's like, boom, I'm going up. No worries at all. It's got a lot of torque, like a lot of torque. So if you wanted to, there's the section, or no? There's a section that breaks off from the main section and then it goes left. You guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't actually remember exactly where it is. I think it's down here. Here's some real crawling for us, though. Try to not let it get caught on the axle. Come on, easy. There you go. I was going to say, maybe if we go... Yep, there it is. I mean, you've got the grip advantage. If you just turn the wheel and find your correct line, it's like, boom, jumps right up on top of it. Not even, like, remotely a bit of drama. What is up here? I don't remember that orange sign, but maybe I wasn't looking at the orange sign the last time I came through here. Water over road. That's the section I remember. Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to recover in the garage because I know where I want to take this thing, and I also know that it's not where we were. Yeah, we're going to have to turn it around. I'm going to turn it around and then throw it in, well, automatic mode. I was going to throw it in high, but I'm going to just throw it in automatic mode because that way we could just bounce through here. Well, get to this area quickly and then use high to just basically bounce through it as quickly as possible. And then we're going to make a quick left when we get up here. I just want to see if we can just kind of like... Oh, cut through? We're going to make it a cut through. Oh, God. I just want to get to the section that I'm wanting to run. Just want to get to the section that I'm wanting to run, dude. Literally. Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on. And we're here-ish. Yeah, no worries. We're here. Okay. So, if we could get... Ha-ha! Now I know where we're going. It looks like that cut-through was pointless other than to test the fact that we basically have, like, no damage on. Other than to test the fact that we have no damage on and keep this thing in pristine condition as we're slamming it through a bunch of trees. Finally! There we go! Alright. All wheels and diff lock required. Let's actually put this thing to a proper test. And let you guys see how much it actually can flex. There it goes. That's about half throttle. Like low 3, not bad. Just like I said, it can chill at about half throttle. And if you start spinning, just ease off the throttle a little bit. You don't even have to shift it. Just back off the throttle. It's got so much torque that it can really just, like, as you ease off the throttle, it just gains its traction back as the wheel speed decreases. And you can really just lean on the mechanical grip of these tires. They're so sticky. If you guys remember from some previous videos, there are some vehicles that have had trouble through here. This thing, not at all. It just walks it, man. It absolutely just walks it. There you go. It literally just goes straight through. And then it's going to go down the other side, and it's going to go, oh, is that it? You want me to turn around and go back up again? That's literally what this thing is like. That's literally the whole persona of this truck. It's like, oh, that was easy. You want me to turn around and do it again? Nice and easy through these slight frame twisters. Nothing too sketchy, and legitimately, though, I do want to turn it around and go back again, because I've never run that section backwards, and I really want to see what happens if you run it backwards. Alright, slam it in reverse. And I'm going to run back up to that little plateau and see how this truck does going this direction. There are definitely a few tricky angles, but if you lean on the big tires and lean on the amount of grip this thing has and lean on the wide axles, you're pretty much set to go. There's really not much that gets in its way, albeit it's a little bit, like, it's a little bit sketchy. It's a little bit sketchy, and I'm kind of like, uh-oh. I think if there was to be any, like, criticism at all that I had on this truck, it's not even a criticism of the truck. It's more a criticism of the way the physics system deals with vehicles in the game. Sometimes it deals with rocks, but, like, with the amount of grip this truck has, the game will sometimes, like, shoot it off of a rock or spit it off of a rock if you try to bomb up a hill and high. But that's just kind of an aspect of this physics system and not really reflective of the truck itself. So let me ease my way up these rocks real quick. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Is this going to be the very first obstacle where I'm going to have to bump it? It might be. Oh, nope. It's not quite there. You know what? I'll tell you what. Nope. Still no. Doesn't have enough room. Come on. No, the second it contacts that rock, it just cuts itself off. It just can't take it. Oh, there's the line. There's the line. Not bad. Wow. All right. It did it no problem at all. I'm going to go ahead and let it finish off up here on this little plateau. We'll go ahead and park it up and just kind of appreciate how, honestly, like, just kind of appreciate how legit this thing actually is. I really, really like this truck. It's definitely a truck I think you guys should check out. And if you enjoyed the video, then please do leave me a like. Let me know in the comment section below, A, what you guys thought of it, and B, what mods you would like me to review, and C, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later.